Alright guys, welcome to the video. We're going to be playing the T-50 today. This is the Tier 5 Russian light tank, and I know Tier 5, man, right? But I've been trying to 3-mark this vehicle. We've played 68 battles in it, and what am I at here? 77.85% on the mark. 95% is actually 1760, which is considerable. The Covenanter is less, the Leopard is less, the AMX ELC is less. Like, you literally need another 150 to like 200 more combined compared to some of these other light tanks that I have here. And so I'm literally running this thing with bounty equipment. I do have the bounty vents, bounty optics, bounty rammer, and then I just decided to throw the gearbox intricacy directive on it. I can use the steady hand. We could run like vent purge and all, but I don't really want to waste any more of these. I want these to be more for like my higher tier tanks that I'm slightly more competitive with, and as well as a steady hand. So I just decided to throw gearbox intricacy on this, because this thing, like, I swear every time I go to shoot with it, the shell just goes, or the round just goes like on the outside of the reticle. So I'm figuring if I just run this, it'll reduce dispersion on the move just a little bit more, and then when you do stop, you know, it makes it a tiny bit faster. That's just my thought process on it. I am running this thing with almost full brothers in arms here. We do have full concealment, snapshot, smooth ride. I have 98% to coordination as well, which helps recon as well. And then we have situational awareness, 99% to signal interception. This is getting us almost a second deduction in when we can determine whether we're spotted or not. And then intuition we have here, and like, that's pretty much it, man. There's not much else to say here. I just have like a standard camo on this, I guess. But we've only one-marked it at 68 battles, and I just find this ridiculous. I'm literally averaging 1,040 damage in this vehicle, which is pretty considerable, but there's just no assistance. And so I've been trying to get this done here. I'm hoping that we can get it done. We have 458 V range with this setup, by the way. And again, I could, if I really wanted to, run Vent Purge, but I'd rather not, man, you know. And I think 38.32% concealment is fine, given the fact that we're playing at Tier 5. The only thing is you have to load a lot of APCRs. I have 15 of these. I really don't even need that. Just do this. But yeah, you need to load a lot of APCRs because the standard rounds just are not, especially if you're going to get into 6, 7 games. The 90 millimeters of penetration is just trash. Like, you're not going to be able to really do anything with that. So I'm going to get into the games, guys. We're going to see what we can do with this vehicle. And I know it's a tier 5 session, but like, I'm just going to give you guys this session. I've been trying to, again, 3-mark this vehicle. I might as well just record it, because there are a few people that watch my channel that love tier 5, right, for whatever reason. And usually the only time I'm ever playing a tier this low is when I'm playing with my father. He loves to play 4, 5, 6, mostly 5 though. He finds that to be his sweet spot, and I don't blame him, man. There's some good tanks. He loves playing the Wolverine, the M10, which are basically the same vehicle, and then occasionally he'll take out like the Su-100Y or whatever. T-67, like, he just likes these vehicles. He likes mobile tank destroyers. And there's a lot of options at Tier 5, especially, again, the T-67 is a very good one. And I find that the DPM on these vehicles is pretty strong. And believe it or not, the Wolverine actually has some armor. It even has some armor. Like, it's pretty wild, man. These tank destroyers at this tier, at Tier 5, the American ones, like, I find that, especially with a tank like the T-50, like, I can't even pen them frontally in you know, and even in like the lower plate area, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just like, you need to almost get the side of them from a distance, especially. So yeah, it's just a little bit annoying. Jackson, I think, has the most notable armor, and I think it's just the way it's slightly sloped. So really, Widepark, you're only going to see up to Tier 6 if memory serves me correct. And we're just going to, from this spawn, I actually think this is pretty easy. What I'm going to do is just tell everyone, like, hill, you know, like, attention to this area. And what I'm going to do is try and just light the hill for this team. I'm just going to see what we can do here. Am I on full screen mode? Feels a little bit. Let's just go to full screen mode. This might mess me up for a second, but it's fine. Okay. Just going to do one of these real quick, spot some people, come down, not even spotted, and now I want to wait a second until people get to the hill. I don't want to spot them like immediately. Now we'll come up. Kind of surprised. The 12T, Urza. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Spotted the Jackson. Getting some spots here. And our goal, like, I don't really have a good strategy for this map. My goal is just to kind of, like, spot this hill. Like, that's what I'm trying to do here, pretty much. I mean, you can try and play, like, over here, but I usually just play in this little, like, pocket. And just try and spot this hill from different angles. T-34 is here. We have no one going over here, really, so be careful with that as well. Just kind of trying to spot this hill, man. The team. Trying my best. Just making some active runs here. Usually I'm able to spot this with relative ease. It's looking like it's a little challenging right now. Let's see if we can grab an angle on someone out here, because this is pretty easy to do. Do something like the VK's doing, but try not to get melt off the map by doing it. Something like this. VK's there. I don't really like poking up like this. I just feel like it's very risky. But I can clean up the Su-100Y. Do that. How do we get more out of this game, man? I'm normally able to get a good amount of spotting here. But I don't want to YOLO into this east side of the map by myself. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm assuming that, like, these American tank destroyers are going to be up on that hill. That's just my guess. Kind of YOLO in with this team now. Let's just do something like this. I don't really, like, play this map enough to understand it fully, so just kind of, like, winging it, you know, really. Good, there they all are. This is stuff you can get away with at Tier 5. I would never make this play if this was like a Tier 10 game, just noting that. But like, people just aren't good at this tier, and so you can kind of get away with this stuff. Sort of, kind of. We're freaking perma tracked now by the Jackson. It is what it is. I mean, what can I do, man? ELC ramming me, very interesting. He missed. How we just survived that is like, this, like I said, this can only happen at this tier, guys. Honestly, like, this literally will only happen at this tier. Good, he goes down. Not bad. We got how much combined out of that? 2154. And so, like, this is what I mean. Like, this is why I'm so annoyed. Like, I just want to 3-mark this thing, because it's like, it's almost stupid easy playing at this tier, but sometimes, man, you just get games where you can't get any spotting damage. And that's the problem. Like, I'll have these games where I'm doing like 1500 damage and it's still just not quite enough, you know, for the mark. So, and I think what happened there is, like, a lot of those guys were just sitting down a little bit on the hill, and we just can't get the right angle to spot them, like, by the past the buildings and around the train there. And I would have had to go face to face with the T-34-85M. If I really, really wanted to, like, make that work, you know, to, like, spot them. And I guess I could do that, but the issue I have is near those train tracks, I've been outplayed there before, and when you get outplayed there at such a low tier, like, it just makes you never want to go out there again. So that's why I just kind of stay in that little pocket until I'm comfortable that I can make a play, or if you lose that other side of the map by the bridge, then you just fall back to the corner and you just freaking spank people as they come in. It's pretty simple, really. I mean, I don't think it's that challenging. But yeah, that's why Widepark only goes up to tier 6. Because, like, if it was tier 10, that would just be ridiculous, man. It'd be crazy. I would love to see that, though. Like, a really tiny map like that. So normally in these higher tier games, right, I would just go, I might actually just go here right now and just see what happens. Because this is the thing, like, so many people at these lower tiers just do dumb shit, and they'll, like, YOLO out into the middle of the open here. Kind of like this AMD is doing. I would like to see someone, like, right here, though. Okay, like, Type 64. Just gonna hit him once, pull back. We're probably gonna be spotted. Nope, not spotted. Now I can shoot this AMD. I think this is the right play. To just focus this guy for now. If I can. This is what I mean about this gun. And why. It's just like all over the place, man. It's just, it's the, you'd think it'd be like so accurate, man, but it's just not. It's just not. It's just so like, it just throws shells all over the place, man. It's pretty wild. But it actually has decent DPM. Alright, now the question is, do I run out here? Or do I want to just like try and farm damage? Like Junu's just running out here. Like this is this is what I mean, man, you know. Skoda made it this far though, I'm thinking. Oh, where's the Cavalier? I'm gonna take this shot and just see if I'm spotted here. Okay, no. Oh, experimental camping right here? That's wild. I'm gonna come over here. I don't know where this Covenanter is. That's the biggest concern right now. I'm just gonna like shoot and see if I'm spotted. Doesn't look like it. I think I'm just gonna come right here. Shoot this building. So I can spot over it. Perfect. Perfect. There's the M10. Start flinging shells at this boy. Whirls is there as well. Interesting. You see how, like, just relaxed this gameplay is at Tier 5? It's just, like, so, like, you know, la-di-da-di-da kind of gameplay, right? Like, that's just the way this tier is for me. It just kind of feels uncompetitive, you know? What? Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. This is a farm all day. Fucking pen. This is a farm all day, guys. HP pancake. HP pinata. I feel so bad for this guy. $952 damage we just got out of that. Gosh, those things have insane HP, man. And I think we just play now. I think we just flank these boys. I'm just worried about this Covenanter. He seems like a pretty good player. I'm trying to figure out where he is. He's probably out here, actually. Looks like he just spotted me. And he has a lot of burst damage. Okay, M44 getting pretty close, actually. And, like, again, these plays I would never make at this tier. Or at higher tiers, rather. But, like, at this tier, man, people just don't pay attention, you know? Just trying to figure out where this Covenanter is. Because I did get spotted, unless that was from somewhere else. Maybe he ran away. I don't know what's going on here. Let's just keep going. I'm going to try and farm this OI experimental, I think, next. Where is this boy? Is he, like, somewhere out here, maybe? I don't know. I don't really care, man. Like, if he wants to just sit in a bush, like, he's not really doing his team any good. Covenanter is a damage tank. You can do insane amounts of damage in that vehicle, so I wouldn't be, like, passive scouting, you know, in this kind of game. There's the OI. It's gonna hurt. Okay, what armor does this tank have? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, 1567 damage, not bad. Is it the leaf up there? This leaf. Good, should get the spotting from that. There's the M10. You see how these things like actually have armor? It's wild, dude. I know I'm shooting the standards, but like, goodness gracious, man. It's like some tanks actually have armor at this tier. Isn't that incredible? Okie dokie, man. We're gonna go farm this M10, the rest of his HP. Swing around this guy. They have very slow turning turrets. Covenanter still in the mid. Let's see if we can get another shot at this guy. He's dead. Never mind. 1874 damage, 1 kill, 1047 assist. It's going up, man. These games are actually really good. I'm surprised by how much we're getting out of some of these. That was like 2,900 combined. I think we did everything properly in that game. Maybe we'll be able to 2-mark it on this. Another mastery. Beautiful. Okay, it's good. Play another one. And the WTR is actually keeping up. Normally it's very hard to keep your WTR this high at lower tiers, because see how high it is here? 6,400, but if I had a 6,400 WTR at like tier 10, that would be like a 1,200 WTR equivalent for the session, right? It's weird how there's 2 ratings. You have a WTR per vehicle, right? And then you have an actual WTR for session and like overall. And they just don't make any sense, because like, how does 6-something thousand equate to like 10k WTR? You know, I just don't get it. But it is what it is. I mean, someone can explain that to me. I've tried to look it up, but... Alright, so in this game, like, this is one of those... There's 2 light tanks per side, right? I find that at these much lower tiers, I usually just find it, like, effective to just, like, YOLO here. The problem is, I feel like people are really aggressive. And so I think I'm just going to try and... 38% concealment is questionable to take this bush. But I think at this tier I can make it work. Let's see what the leopard does. But I'm going to try and go here and get into this bush line. I just need to come out all the way around. Like so. Come like this. 44. Should be fine here. Get in here. Come to the end of this bush line like this. And just sit here and see what we get. For now, Chaffee's actually going to make that play. See how Chaffee's making that play? So we would have had to fight the Chaffee. Like I always tell you guys, these tiers are just the giant, most biggest question marks you can imagine. You know, every single game is just a question mark. Like, I'm not sure what my team is doing here. Like, there's just a plethora of people here. Like, you see what I mean? Like, every game is just, like, kind of a question mark. But what always will stick is if you spot red tanks, someone on your team will shoot them. So I try and find the best spot I can on Mali in these lower tier games and just kind of camp it out and wait, right? Whereas in the higher tier games, you want to take some more effective positions, maybe do a little bit of damage, whatever, you know. But, like, the lower the tier, the harder it is to rely on teammates. That's what I find, and like every game is just a question mark. So I'll usually just put myself in an area like, you know, like this bush line, and just sit here and just kind of wait and just see what happens. You know what I mean? And like we'll figure out what our team's going to do, but like pretty much 3/4 of my team is up here, just like chilling out. And so once we stop getting spotting damage here, I'll probably go up there next, you know. I could try to push this. I don't think anyone's here, but I've never pushed this before, so I don't know. I don't think I'm really comfortable doing it, to be honest with you guys. I've seen Ayuksen do it, but like it's just not something I even want to try. Okay, Leopard's here now, so I'm just gonna leave. You know, because I don't want both of us to be in the same area. It just doesn't make any sense. So what I'll do now is probably come up to the north, and like we still haven't even made it to the hill yet. This is wild to me. And try and spot like this bush line now. Chaffee went down making that play. So now I can kind of do something similar from the opposite spawn. He did 600 spotting already though, which isn't terrible. And now we have to try and spot this other side of the map. And this is what I do, man. You know, like at these lower tiers, you just have to make it as easy as you can for your teammates. You know, it's like, you got to make it stupid easy. Like shoot here. It's not to insult people that play lower tiers. It's just like people are not as good. It's just the way it is, man. People are not as good at this tier. And so you just got to find the ways to work as best you can with your team. I spotted here from the AMX. No, I'm not. There's no CVS at this tier, so this is helpful. Where's that Skoda? Okay, good. So I'm just going to poke like this. I think we'll be okay. ELC will be permalit. He's going to be completely unaware of it. And then when he goes down, we'll push this corner. Okay, beautiful. I'm actually going to wait just a couple seconds. Now I'm going to go. Stay, Leopard. Please. Stop following me. Let me be, man. Let me do my thing here. Alright, we're going to pull into here. There's Basoto. Beautiful. Good thing we didn't get hit by him. That gun has really high damage per shot. Trying to get some spotting on the Basoto here. Good job, Leopard. You probably want to move now, though, man. Just saying. Okay, Skoda's coming down. I think we can get in this bush line, though, before he gets here. Good, beautiful. Just sit right here. I don't think Skoda's aware I'm here. Can they hit this boy? Hit this boy, hit this boy. Please hit him. Or not. I don't know, was the Skoda that spotted me there? I guess it was the Skoda. Let's see if we can hit this guy on the hill. Good. Bye-bye. Okay, Cromwell, did we spot there, or what's going on here? This coordination perk is, like, so convenient, man. You know, like, exactly when you're spotting someone. It's so cool. You see how all over the place this gun is, man? I swear, it's just like every single shell just goes, like, way to the edge of the reticle. There we go. Just a couple good ones. See how people just kind of sit here and take the damage? Like, this guy hasn't even tried to move. He's just sitting here, just eating it. Okay. So now I'm going to go down. Here's what the way I'm going to do this. Just going to come down. I'm going to try and get low here. Spot the church. I'm going to spot these boys. And because most of them are still out here, I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to come down. Like here. And now we'll have easy shots on these guys, too. Hitting this boy, hitting this boy. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just going to focus the Churchill. He can hit me if he wants. I need more damage out of this. Now the gun's behaving a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we go up still. Good. 904, 1672. That's good. These games have been very good, man. I mean, not spectacular, but good enough. And we're rolling. We're rolling, man. Okay, come up. Hopefully I can get a little bit of the spotting from these guys. I hope the Skoda's just kind of like scared. I'm just going to run right into these guys pretty much. Turn. You. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. And that guy's dead. Okay, beautiful. 11, 66, 1793. Very, very good game. Again. 3 kills. And probably play one more, guys. And if it's halfway decent, that'll be good. I think we've played this tank actually very well. Actually very well for these first 3 games. It's just, it depends on the matchmaking and the maps and stuff like that, and I think we've been very lucky so far, especially to get Mali here. Yeah, we're at 68% win rate in this vehicle, man. It's pretty good. You know, this is why I always tell you guys, like, I never like to toot my own horn, but, like, at these lower tiers, man, it's just, like, guys, if you really care about your stats and you want to, like, stat pad, you know, and have, like, a good win 8, just play lower tiers, man. You know, if that's, like, what you really, really want, just do it. Just play the lower tiers. They're so much easier, you know, overall. And I don't think it means that you're a terrible player if you play at the lower tiers either, right? It's much more casual. And honestly, I find tier 5 to be like relaxing and almost like more enjoyable sometimes. Because the thing is, like at this tier is I'm the type of player where like at the higher tiers, maybe tier 10, you can say I'm like good. Not great, but good. But at these lower tiers, when you're like overall a pretty good player, especially in light tanks, you have the capability to carry so many more games, and it's just because in general people are not as good at the game, like I said, at this tier, and it makes it more thrilling for me, right? Like it really makes it more thrilling because you get those games more often where like your heart's racing and you're like, oh my god, I can carry this one. Like I can carry this one. 3v1, like I got this, you know? But these higher tiers, man, you just find it's much more difficult because people are so much better, right? You know, it's really just that simple, in my opinion. There's another Tog here. We also, I forgot, we farmed a Tog in that other game, so like that was stupid easy. Like if I could get that every game, that guy was like a paid actor pretty much, man. I never see Togs anymore. Like what is this? I've seen 2 Togs in four games, right? It's pretty crazy to me. Okay, I'm just gonna make a pass like this. This is kind of risky, but I like to get information here early. So I'm just gonna do one of these, and no one's here. Just sit here, see if we spot anybody. Good, here comes Achilles. It's good information. Can I hit this guy once, maybe? Hit him once. Just run away. You just have to be careful of the mid. See, like, we kind of have the mid, so I'm not really that concerned with it. I think we push with this T-34. I think we take the chance. And just take the map here. Keep this BDR spotted. Zoom around. So, if Achilles comes up and over, we can definitely help. Okay, down goes Achilles. Artie's targeting the T-34, that's great, so I'm going to poke up in the meantime. Another Artie targeting. Do they have leafs? Is that what it is? ER, okay. Beautiful. Probably respotted there, so I'm just going to try and avoid the Artie real quick. If I am. I'm coming, man. Just, you know, dancing around for 10 seconds. And now I'm going to help the T-34 kind of take this portion of the map here. We have enough concealment, we should be okay here until we get an Artie there. There's the Tog, beautiful. Let's see if we can farm this guy. I am spotted here. Okay, beautiful, he goes down. There's FE304. Trying to shoot some of these regular standard rounds. Okay, good. He goes down. Skoda's there. You've done pretty well so far. I'm going to keep pushing, though. With the T-34, I think. That's what I want to do. Yeah, Skoda's there. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Let's just keep going, because we have to get eventually more on these guys as well. If I stay alive here. Good, Skoda goes down, and yeah, I think we just keep pushing. Might be able to farm some damage on the Croc if I get the right angle here. Let's see. Perfect. Oh, he's turned this way, though. Turn. These things have a lot of armor, man. It's pretty wild, actually. There's Leopard. Engine might have went. Sure seemed like it. Churchill's like not even targeting me. See what I mean? It's just like this tier is just weird like this, man, you know? God, this tank has the most trollish armor. It's so flat, you think like, oh no, I got it, I'm fine. And it just bounces and bounces and bounces. It's crazy, man. Let them go after the Croc. I'm going to join the AMX ELC here. I think this M4A1 probably followed the rest of his team. They're pushing. I just want to find him. Okay, maybe he didn't. There he is. Okay, we bounced that one. It's fine. And now join this VK36 over here. I'm going to come around the long way. The Super Hellcat's the biggest threat here, I think, with his gun. Where are these guys? I don't really have shots. Just find this Super Hellcat. It's kind of my goal right now. He's probably with them. But I want to start narrowing down the possibilities, basically, as much as I can. There's the Hellcat. I just kind of trot into the open, you know, I just don't really care that much. Good, he goes down. Hellcat just throws away his tank. This WZ's going to stay down in there. I'm going to YOLO in, try and get a little more damage out of this before these guys get in. It's fine. Hello, my friend. I see you. I'm going to give you some hit points, or some damage. There you go. Good. Oh, got my turret. 2116 damage, 944 assist, guys. I think we'll call it here. Like, I kind of want to play a few games in the Blesk and then go to bed. So this has been very good, actually. This session's been very good. Pretty surprised how well this went. Just in terms of combined, I think it's just a nice tank to play when you come home from work. It's just kind of like relaxing. A couple of masteries we got as well. This T-34 seemed like a pretty good player as well. 9K WTR. Yeah, he's up there. So, fantastic, guys. I'm happy with this. I hope for those that like the lower tiers, you enjoyed this one. We won all 4 games. It was a 9200 WTR for us. We averaged 1,491 damage with 2 vehicles destroyed per game. A damage cause received ratio of 5.13, which is considerable, but at this tier, I'm not that surprised with that. Average assistance, 1,312. We even blocked 31 damage, and we spotted 5 vehicles. And so combined, this ended up being, I'm just going to calculate it for you guys real quick. Let's see, 1491 and 1312 ended up with 2803. This is 2800 combined. So, I mean, yeah, we're like well above this 3 mark. But as you guys know, it's not like you can just get the 3 mark in one game, right? It's a moving average, and so you got to keep working your way up. But I think this will give us a really good boost to get there in under 100 battles now. And we're now averaging 1,065 damage with a 68% win rate over 72 battles in this vehicle. This thing's getting close to rivaling now my Covenanter. Isn't that crazy, man? I mean, the win rate's a little bit better, but you guys know how games go. Like, sometimes, man, you just get luckier in other tanks, some tanks compared to others. But there you go, guys. Hope that satisfies the tier 5 thing for now, and I will see you guys very soon for the next one. Bye-bye.